everything changes very quickly, block by block. And even on the same block, how it's facing can have a difference. So this is kind of interesting. Something like being in China. That really, the architecture is different because, like I said, it's like kind of Little Italy, but the food stuffs and the style of display is very much like China. And again, we just traveled down 2 blocks from Broome and Elizabeth. So, you know, everything changes very quickly. This is Grand and Elizabeth. Anyway. You'll notice they have a lot of the street signs in Chinese first, English second. This is the old section of Little Italy. Little Italy was here before, so the buildings are kind of Little Italy, but the Cantonese Chinatown is now in that area, and they've adopted, got a lot of outside markets, traditional foods, etc. So here you can see Chinatown, Little Italy, and then Soho, and then up here is Tribeca. Here we are continuing our walk on Canal Street. This is one of those landmarks. This initially was a canal. This side, to the left, to the south, was reclaimed land. And then they filled in the canal. Let me kind of give you a little bit of a view of that. And that's a bigger picture of it.
Right, get up.
And here we are at Canal Street. And there's the Bowery. This little section straight ahead has got some of the best Chinese food restaurants in the city. I've really enjoyed them down there. And very traditional area. Again, some more traditional Chinese grocery shopping. The wet market. Get your veggies now. Parking lot, New York City style. And I've arrived at Canal, which is 4 blocks down. 3 blocks down. 3 blocks down from Broome. This is a good eating street. They got some of the best Chinese food up and down. I'm not giving a particular restaurant right now, but some really good food. Delicious fish, chicken feed, wonton, etc. Dim sum. Always a lot of construction in New York. I'll just take you down here. This is what Julie like to have in Hong Kong. There's a communist Chinese flag up there. Not quite sure. Not quite sure if they got that. How they got that. Here's the American flag. Smells good. If you didn't know any better, you might imagine you are in China. There's a big difference is you got to pass the test in the States. Nothing gets by. They shut you down. Just taking you on another little side tour. It's cute. You got the little Chinese characters up there, kind of like in Hong Kong. There's a little acupuncture man. The food really smells good. There's a crab trying to get out. I don't think they serve stinky fish here. There's some lobsters.
Because they're not in the water.
Mommy, why don't not play? I'm moving.
This guy's moving. This guy's moving.
Mommy, touch them.
American produce is the best in the world. Yes, walking along Canal Street. We're on the north side at this time. Just stopped by the post office. Give you guys a little view. cobblestone street on Mercer Street. Mercer and Canal. Canal Street was originally a canal, so we're on the mainland now. And these are some of the buildings. Cobblestone streets were, before they had asphalt or cement streets, in the old days of horse and buggies. So they still have some streets like that here. Because as I've mentioned earlier, New York is 450 years old, older than most countries in the world, including China, the Philippines, Indonesia, India, etc. And that's a look from Canal Street, which, as I discussed earlier, that building with the green top on it down there, that's part of Wall Street. Rolling Broadway, Grand. Gotta pay attention. And we've worked our way back to Grand Street. It's about 11:30. A little bit of traffic. Coming up on one of the Broadways. They've got a few Broadways here. The big Broadway is a little further west. There's West Broadway, Broadway, and then the real Broadway. I'm not quite sure how they came up with so many Broadways, but they did. Some of the classic structures. We'll give you a little tour here. That building with the green top on it down there, that's part of Wall Street. Rolling Broadway, Grand. Gotta pay attention. Still on Grand Street, walking towards Elizabeth, which is 2 blocks after Mulberry. We're coming up on Mulberry Street, which is the Little Italy district. This is Little Italy. Looking downtown, looking uptown. We're walking east. Coming up on Center Street and Grand. Working our way back to Elizabeth Street. We're at Crosby now. Grand, so we're a couple blocks down. I'll probably take you through Little Italy on the way back up, having left Chinatown, which, as I explained, Chinatown pretty much surrounds from the south and the east Little Italy. Another one of the classic cobblestone streets. Coming up on Lafayette. We'll take this up to Grand on our way to Elizabeth. Just gotta show you, this is better Italian food than in Italy, frankly. So, in 6 or 8 blocks, we walked around the world. So everything they have to offer, from China to Europe and back again, all in one little corner of New York City. Greatest city in the world, bar none. Colorful t-shirt there for you. All these restaurants in here, you can get a good meal. Here's some of the heroes of Little Italy. Ronald Reagan joining. Frank Sinatra. Very colorful, very touristy at this point.
Okay, you are in the restaurant?
And we made our way back to Broome. So we're back on Broome and Mulberry.